no one really knows how it's going to unfold tonight because, of course, as you mentioned, it's a secret ballot. So we've had lots of Tory MPs coming out publicly in support of Theresa May, but we have no idea how they're actually going to vote tonight. Now, of course, saying that that Theresa May is not going to stand in the next election might help, but the next election is in a long, long time. So I don't think anyone really expected Theresa May anyway to stand in the next election.
Indeed, or to remain in her post after Brexit. Now, Britain seems to be a country divided, there amongst the politicians too. Those who want Britain to leave the European Union, to remain in the European Union, and those who wanted to leave, who voted for Brexit. But it seems that those who voted for Brexit are in favour of a hard Brexit, a no-deal Brexit. Do you think that's a fair assessment?
I think we need to be careful. Hard Brexit and no-deal Brexit are quite different. For a long time, hard Brexit just meant outside of the customs union, outside of single market, but still having a deal, right? Having an agreed position with the European Union and living on good terms and still keeping on trading. No deal means basically, the UK slapping the door on its way out and living with no relationship at all with the European Union. So it is the hardest of hard Brexit possible. Now, we do know that actually the levers are split on this issue. We've had the most prominent lever now in the cabinet, Michael Gove, who's the Minister for the Environment. He's actually been coming out in support of the deal. Now, that hasn't necessarily been easy for him, but there's quite a few people who think if you want to deliver Brexit, this is the best Brexit we're going to get. But there are other former members of the cabinet who are more in favour of no deal.
Now, according to Reuters, there's a tally of 158 Conservative Party members who have come out publicly to endorse Theresa May. But as you said, this is, after all, a secret vote that is going to be held tonight. So what happens if she doesn't get those 158 votes she needs?
Okay, so if she doesn't get the vote, she cannot stand in the next leadership contest. That means she's out of the picture and the Conservative Party needs to find a new leader. And how that works is that you will have any MP that gets the support of 2 MPs can stand. And so you might have a big number of potential Tory leaders. So then there's votes within Parliament, within the group of Conservative MPs to reduce that large number to just the 2. And that will then be the first time that actually Conservative Party members, so across the country, will then get to vote on one or the other. Because, of course, we had a leadership contest back in 2016 after David Cameron stepped down after he lost the EU referendum in June. But in the end, Theresa May ran unopposed because Andrea Leadsom stepped down before it went to a vote of Conservative Party members. So it'll be the first time we actually have these Conservative Party members choosing basically the future UK Prime Minister. But that is if she loses. If she wins the vote, if she wins the support, she gets 1 year in which no confidence motion from within the party can be launched. So she'd be in a very secure position from within her own party for 1 year if she wins tonight.
Is it Theresa May's fault that she's in this predicament she is in today because of how she's handled the Brexit negotiations for the past 2 years? Because we've had not one but 2 Brexit ministers who've resigned because clearly they weren't negotiating the Britain's exit from the European Union.
I think we can lay the blame much more largely than just on Theresa May. Theresa May, of course, voted Remain, theoretically, at least that's what she said, and she campaigned for Remain in the referendum. So there was always going to be debate and question on did she believe sufficiently in Brexit to actually make it happen? But she did go start the negotiation with red lines in terms of leaving the customs union, leaving the single market, ending free movement of people that were really drawn from the Brexiteer, so the Relieve leaders textbook. And she managed to get a deal abiding by these red lines. And if she considers it red lines, there's not really much more she could have gotten in terms of a deal. So the deal we get is really a lot due to the David Davises and the Boris Johnsons and the other levers as well. It's definitely not just on to Theresa May.
Okay, Viviane Gravey.